don't take it. It's a miracle and glory, and the greatest thing to ever happen. So they say, and it will probably become the law soon that you have to take it. They'll have you swallow a little capsule, and then when you're still a baby, probably at the same time you're getting through inoculations. The piece of thing that weighs only a few grams and will be plucked out of that little pool that will probably be installed in every hospital soon. Those couple of grams are more than enough for it to happen. Sure, you'll never get cancer. You'll live to about 150. You'll have stronger bones, more resilient immune system. You probably would never need glasses or a hearing aid. If you lose something small like a finger in a half a year, you'll have it back. If you lose a whole arm, in 2 years you'll have it back with nearly a full functioning. It's one of the miracles that is believable enough to ever catch on. It won't be all of our problems, and it will still create a few more, like overpopulation, like we never saw it coming. But it works, it's still cheap, and it's plentiful, and that's all we need. Sure can't quite explain how the Fanes actually manages to rewrite our genetic code after we swallow a few grams, but they promise the answers will come someday, and there are no ill side effects from a previously unknown variety of starfish, but they won't even tell you on the news, I think. The story right now is not something they're growing artificially. These starfish live in the deepest, darkest places of the ocean, and they aren't very big or interesting looking. Honestly, we've probably seen them down before 1,000 times and just looked them over. Just so to happen with a little prick, and with the show about eating weird foods that get a hold of one, God knows how. We thought of it as different kind of starfish and ate part of it. And a year later, he had a foot lost back. I'm pretty sure they tore apart his house and tested for gallons of his blood, interrogated everyone he ever spoke to. They managed to figure out when the regeneration happened. They eventually found out the fucking thing. It had been alive when he ate one of his arms, and I guess he took a pity on it and let that thing live in a tank in his own house. Well, led it to think that, and eventually they brought it up with a ton of suckers. But here's the thing. Think about the technology and innovations. Think about what they're for. Mostly it's to keep us live longer, make us healthier, help us communicate better. And what if it's a race? We're already had the ability to communicate via thought. What if we are naturally incredibly hardy and long-lived? What if we started off having everything we needed without having to do a bit of work? Our goals would be turning to keep our world away and simply enjoying things. With a mind so powerful, it could transmit and receive thoughts with no effort. It stands for another reason. Another amazing things are possible too. With that mind staying completely intact, even the smallest silver of creature, no one has to wonder just what else that mind can do. Now that there is a question, if you all survive one time just sitting around the bottom of the ocean on this incredible intellect, how would you amuse yourself? What if that mind can wander and roam freely, if you could just find something to carry it? What if it's a race to make our universe and ourselves at the bottom of the food chain, just to ensure we constantly be taken into new creatures and allowed to see the world though through their eyes? It is not really such a leap to think that so much powerful can overtake smaller, lesser ones? No, nor it's unusual to think that such a race of powerful minds to dominate the others and they're endangered. They will use this ability to dominate the minds to defend themselves. What they plan to patiently wait for until their enemies devour them, then simply displace the minds of those enemies that solve on conflict. I don't think it's crazy at all, and I don't think it's crazy. There's still a lot more war than love in the world, a lot more research put into birth control and accidental release of that superbug that makes the man startle. We've been enjoying the world in peace, but instead killing each other faster than before. Maybe not all are even threatened. Maybe they were just a game to them. Maybe there's just 100 of race of beings of those things to ever be done with. All I know is that don't turn into some zombie from a cheesy old sci-fi flick. They let you think you're still in control. What they want you to do is actually what you want to do. It all seems so natural, so right when you're in World War II free, and the only thing the bombs won't scorch off clean is the floor of the ocean. Don't ask me how I know all of this, and don't take the pill.